What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If y'all haven't watched the PDF vlog, go up here. That is the first video in the Road to Open series that I'm doing. It's basically just a series that y'all are gonna be following me on my basically way from me to go from intermediate, which I was last season, to advanced this year, and then hopefully to open. Now, I am filming this while we're doing the whole coronavirus thing. Please, guys, just stay safe, wash your hands, do everything you need to do. But while I have the spare time and extra thing, maybe some of y'all want to know what I throw and how I throw it, or what disc I use. In the PDF vlog, I was throwing an open bag. Now I am Discraft specific now. Just found that the Discraft discs really do what I need to do. Starting off, we're going to go from putters to mids to fairways and to drivers like everybody else. First off, I'm going to show you guys, I do have a Chainstar Light basket that I practice on. Love the Chainstar Light. It's cheap, it's affordable, very portable. My fiance behind the camera can attest that I literally pack it up in the back of my car, bring it to another course, add a hole, or bring it to anywhere where I need to practice. So I have one of those. Now, and then I have my new BX3 or B3X grip bag that honestly I love. It's got plenty enough room, plenty enough space. It's got extra pockets. See, I am balancing my bag. You know what? I'll just do this. Since y'all already seen my bag, you just focus on me. What's in my bag? I carry different things: towels, scorecards. I do have a Cloud9, shout out to Miss Connie and Cloud9. This is a chalk bag, but it's a two-way bag. It's chalk on one side and beads on the other, so it's a talk bag. So it's really nice when I need grip, pound it on my disc, wipe the chalk off, really get some nice grip in the winter or in the summer. Well, my hands sweat a lot. And in the back, I have 2 bottles of water. Always keep water on me, no matter what. Stay hydrated while you're on the course. And then sometimes I'll throw some snacks in and everything else. Starting with putters, I putt with, you guessed it, Palmy Beth Lunas. I really like, please ignore my dog. Go ahead, pan to where he is. This is my dog, Buddy. He likes to be around me every day. But if you hear something walking around, that's him. I putt with the Lunas. They're beadless, really stiff. They come on my hand amazing. I went through about 6 or 7 different putters within the last 4 or 5 months. Just testing everything out, anything from PA3s to Lynx from Discmania to JK AVRs and everything else. Can you stop? Okay, cool. So those are my putting putters. I usually carry 2, 3 sometimes if we're at a course where I could potentially throw it in the water. On to throwing putters. I have 2. I have a 5-time Crystal Z Luna. This is something that I know that I can huck really far. There's a clip, I think, on my Instagram of me throwing this 380 feet on a hole. It was a 350-foot hole that I went 30 deep on in a tournament the day I got it. So I really love this. It's nice, flies really straight. This comes out of my bag, in between and out of my bag with the Big Z Luna. The Big Z Luna is just a tad bit more understable than the Crystal Z Luna, so it just kind of is flip-flops. And then another disc that kind of flip-flops in and out of my bag is the Proto Fierce, or the Page Pierce Fierce. This is the Proto. I use this for turnover shots, something that I know that I got to get right, or little touch shots. This kind of flips in and out of my bag with a Proto Luna, the Palmy Beth Proto Luna. Just something that I know is kind of unstable, that if I put it on a Anheuser, it's going to stay on that Anheuser until it either hits the ground or it's just going to kind of glide out. These things fly far. I don't really throw it max distance because I would have to put it on a hyzer about this way because it flips immediately out my hand. So that is that. So those are my putters. Moving on to mids. I currently carry 5 mids in my bag. I'm a mid thrower. I like my mid ranges. I have 4 different molds. so here we go. First and foremost, always got to have a Malta for my really overstable shots. This is something that took place of when I had my open bag of my Justice. So now I throw a Malta. I have 2 of these that I kind of flip in and out, so I'm not beating one in immediately. Really overstable shots, anywhere from 300 feet to 350. If it's dead open and I can get a mid-range out there, I'll throw that. Put that in the basket. Then something that I've gotten just new and put in my bag, I had a 2010 Eric McCabe TI Wasp. Now I have the Big Z Wasp. It's a custom dyed disc. I got it on one of the trade websites on Facebook before they kind of stopped letting us do them while the whole Corona thing was going on. But this is a great disc, straight to overstable. I know I can really hammer on it flat and it's going to come out left and it's going to finish left. That's something that I really wanted, was something that's not too overstable, but overstable enough to where it will finish left. Next thing, I have 2 buzzes in my bag, 2 different buzzes. One's an ESP Tour Series Nate Doss buzz, and another one is the 5-time ESP Macbeth buzz. Now the ESP Macbeth buzz is my straight flying disc, something that I know I can lace on a line. If I'm going 350 feet or 300 feet that I know I got to get straight, dead straight, I'm reaching for this buzz because it is just something that will fly dead straight for a while. Maybe fade out to the left a little bit or land flat. If I put a little ante on it, it'll come back out and land flat. And then this ESP Tour Series buzz is understable. It was one that also I got on the website. A lot of the discs that I have in my bag I got off those Facebook websites because the disc golf community is great. You know, guys trade and I buy and trade discs with a lot of guys cheaply. When I say cheaply, you know, reasonable price, but I got this off of somebody and it's become my really good understable mid-range. If I need to kind of flip something up the flat and get it to kind of fan right and finish right, maybe I reach for this buzz because it's something that I know I'm going to be able to throw in the woods a lot. And around in Louisiana, you have some open courses, but you have a lot of woods courses. As you can see, I'm out in the woods at my house, and I set up a little course in my house. So this is something that I reach for a lot. And then I know some people say it's a putter, it's a mid-range. I put it in with my mid-ranges because I never really throw it as a putter, but it's the 5-time Z zone. I have 2 ESP zones and 2 Z zones. I have a 4-time and a 5-time and a Z. This thing will always be in my bag. No matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what course I'm playing. As you can see my cats in the background. I'm always gonna reach for this because this is something overstable that I know if I gotta get it out and let it dive, this is what I'm reaching for. So that is my mids. Going on to fairways. I currently only have 4 fairways in my bag because there's a lot of distance drivers that I can do the same thing with. Pan over to the cat. Living it up. But we're gonna go with my fairways. My first fairway is a brand new, I know it doesn't really look brand new, but it's a brand new Onyx, the ESP 1060s. I found that the 1060 Onyxes were really overstable when they come right out the box. This one was super overstable, and I use it for that overstable shot until I get something special in the mail, which I will do a disc review on for you guys whenever I get them. Shout out to Down South Disc. They're sending me a couple of things. If y'all don't go follow them on Facebook, follow them on Facebook. I've been in contact with them, and they have recently been really good with me. I'll show you what they sent me in the mail. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook for that. But I feel I feel like the Onyxes, the brand new Onyxes, were really overstable. So I use this as my overstable, something I know if I put it on a hyzer, it's going to dump left, or if I kind of put it flat, it's going to finish left. Then I have a older 1060 kind of beat-in Onyx. It's something that I know is always going to finish left, but if I put it on a hyzer, it's going to flip the flat and finish left, and it's not really going to deviate either way. I really like this just for kind of like carving tunnel shots sometimes, or just, you know, when that's too overstable, I'll reach for this one. They look similar, but I know the difference. And then something I've recently put in my bag that's been a workhorse that I absolutely love is the ESP Austin Turner Tour Series Vulture. I have a faster arm speed, so the Vulture for me is something that flies dead straight. If I throw it dead straight, throw it on the landing, it'll fight out, and it just lands perfectly when I need it to. What's that face for? It lands perfectly where I need it to. I have carved up so many tunnel shots around Louisiana and so many dead straight lines with this disc that I am never gonna not put this in my bag. I want to try to find a lot more of these and stock up. And it's also helping a touring pro, Austin Turner. Shout out to Austin Turner. You are an amazing disc golfer. That's why I carry one of your discs. I absolutely love it. It's never gonna come out of my bag. And it's always going to be a staple that I need, that if I throw it dead straight, it's going to finish there. Last but not least, a 5-time Paul Macbeth TI Undertaker. Now, when I was putting my Discraft bag together, a very special guy that I met a while ago at one of the tournaments named Terrence Ivory, he was kind of my go-to guy to talk about what I needed to put in my bag. And one of the things that he told me I needed to put in my bag was a TI Undertaker, something that I know if I got to throw a really big turnover shot, this is something that I'm reaching for. These things fly so far, even though they're a 9-speed, they fly so far. They have a lot of glide, kind of slight turnover shots. I'll take this out, throw that slight turnover, get it to kind of finish right. And sometimes it'll fade out left if I really kind of baby it. But something that I always will have on my bag, in my bag, is an Undertaker, whether it be ESP or TI. I will always have this because it's a great fairway driver and something that I can make lines with in the woods. This is something I'm going to be reaching for a lot come woods golf when I start traveling out to like Mobile and some areas like that. So, last but not least, on to the big boys, the bad boys. The thing that I like to throw the most are distance drivers. I currently have 6 distance drivers in my bag, 4 different molds, and starting off is a 5-time Paul Macbeth Force. The Force is something that's going to be dumpy. I say dumpy in a sense of, I know it's always going to finish left. If I put it on a hyzer left, it's going to finish left. The big spike hyzers, I'm always going to reach for this Force. It's always going to be something that I know that if I throw it flat, it's going to fight out. Or I throw it on a hyzer, it's going to stay on that hyzer, and it's going to finish to the ground where I need it. I love these for that kind of shot. The Force, if you don't have one in your bag, you might want to put one. So I'm going to put these up here. The next disc in my bag, I have 3 of them. I carry these. I threw these, started throwing these, and I absolutely love them. I have a couple of these in my bag because they all do different things. They all kind of fly the same, but they all do very different things, is the Zeus. I have a first run Zeus, I guess a second run because it doesn't have a first run, and a misprint. Now, this first run, I call it my Snow Zeus because just look how beautiful that is. And yes, I'm doing this all in one take, I'm sorry. This is something that I'm going to reach for, that if I need to hammer something flat and it kind of glide just a little bit to the right and finish left, I'm reaching for the Snow one because I know it's going to come back. It's more overstable. It's my most overstable Zeus, but not as overstable as the Force. So it fits really good where I need it to. I love just the color scheme of it. It looks beautiful. It flies beautiful. That's why I carry that. And then we have this Pinky. I call it Pinky in the Brain because we got Pinky, we got the Brain. But Pinky here is a little bit less stable than the Snow, but it's still a Zeus and it flies so far. Something that I know, like I said, I can hammer it flat. It's gonna start kind of deviating right, but it's always gonna finish left. I flip-flop between using this one and the light blue one because I don't want to break in the disc. I want to keep them flying the way they were out of the box as long as I can because they fly so well out of the box. My max distance shot, actually, I just broke my record for max distance was with this. My max distance shot was 483 feet before. Now it's 508 with this. And then so those two. And then we have, last but not least, we have the Misprint Zeus. The Misprint Zeus is the most understable of my 3 Zeuses. It's something that I know if I hammer flat, it's going to start deviating to the right, fly right, but it's still going to finish left, and it's still going to give me that nice left finish that I need, or flat finish. This is something that I know that I can hammer on. Throw it on a little hyzer, it'll flip up to flat, kind of like I said, fly right and then finish left. Love these. If you don't have a Zeus in your bag and you throw Discraft, you need one immediately. This is a disc that I'm going to be currently doing a disc review on. This is the the test flight Hades. I'm keeping this in my bag. I'm going to get a proto when it comes out. I'm going to get a first run when they come out. I'm going to stock up on these because this disc is something that I've been missing in my bag. It's a very nice flying disc, fast disc. I kind of put it to a faster Undertaker for me. It's something that I know if I throw in a hyzer, it's going to flip the flat and it's going to start going right and continue going right and continue going right, but it's always going to finish out of that right hyzer, right and hyzer, and finish left for me sometimes, or finish straight. If it's something that I know that I need to disc up but not really throw as hard, and I don't need something that's going to dump left, this is something I'm going to reach that just goes straight and it's going to finish left slightly. I love these. If you haven't picked one up, guys, they're hard to find. I had trouble hard to find. How hard was it to me to find one of these? It was very hard. But I absolutely love it. It's going to stay in my bag. I actually went swimming for this. It's almost lost it, and I went swimming for it. That's how much I love this disc. Last but not least, my last disc is my roller disc. It's something that I was told would roll really well for me, and I have. I've parked a couple of holes. That I've never parked before with rollers is an Avenger SS. It's just a roller disc. It's something that's always going to stay in my bag because I might need that roller, but it is flippy out of my hand. It is flippy out of my, immediately I can put it on this much hyzer, it'll flip and almost glide to the right. I use it just strictly for rollers, just so that I have that shot. If you don't have an Avenger SS for a roller, there's a reason why Paul rolls them. There's a reason why Paul Uleberry rolls them. It's a really good disc for beginners to kind of learn how to throw a distance driver, but I use it just for rollers. It's an amazing disc. You need one if you don't have one. But that's everything in my bag. I don't really have anything else in the secret compartments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, leave a like and a comment below of what you guys want to see me do on this channel. There's going to be some challenge videos with my fiance and I. There's going to be course vlogs, tournament coverage when everything kind of settles down. But once again, thank you guys for watching. If you did like this video and like the content on the channel, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do whatever you feel like. Share it with your friends. Share it with Discraft, because, a boy out here trying to get sponsored. I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.